which led to the halt of the sales?
Regrettably, I have no idea.
You have no idea? And is there any way for you to trace the ration behind the halt of the sales, reflecting on the claim from the government that some of their needs are not addressed? Because I think it's very important to understand that aspect.
I think when I started here at the beginning, I also talked about how the role of the Secretary General and head of the Civil Service then is unlike now when I am the Secretary of Cabinet and head of the Civil Service. So I tell you, I don't know what capacity was it written or what are, how do you call it, the decision as a result of the fact that the needs of the government has been proven. No idea, to be frank with you. I'm sorry. I have no idea in what process.
Yeah, but you know the letter, if you look at it, emerged from the office of the Secretary General.
Yes.
Having the office of the Secretary General to author such a letter, I also want to believe that they should have knowledge of why required. Yeah, I think.
I'm still trying to know this issue, but it seems a bit, I have no idea.
Mr. Njai,
Thank you. Yeah.
Mr. Njai, you say you have no idea.
Yeah.
Take a look at the letter. When was it issued?
2019.
2019. Where were you 2019?
Mm-hmm. I was
occupying that seat?
No, I was not here. I was in London. I was as the charge thereafter. I was in London.
But can you tell who was occupying that seat then, 2019? Maybe. Allow him to speak.
No, it's fine. I think everybody sees the Secretary General then was the current Vice President of the Republic.
All right. If you have no idea about that, then we still have an answer for that. Because yes, you might not be the actual author of the letter, but the reality remains that you occupy that office. So as such, you don't.
No, I don't occupy the office of the Secretary General.
Okay, which office do you occupy?
Secretary to Cabinet.
Secretary to Cabinet.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Njai,
Yes.
I think if you look at MOJ 2, on MOJ 2, yes.
The Secretariat could assist with MOJ 2.
Yes, if you look at MOJ 2, if you have the file before you, then
I have it, yeah. I have it.
You have it?
Yes, thank you.
I also understand that there was a request made by the government for some vehicles. Just let me check on your report. No. There was a commission order and there was a request made for certain vehicles to be retained for the government. And I just want to understand if that was done and the number of vehicles that were really retained as per the order.
I think I'm just hearing this for the first time. I don't know whether there is any records of that, so that I can check, but I have no knowledge of that.
Okay, what you can do for us is to just do a finding and get us that information if need be. Vehicles that were retained by the government as per the commission's order. Because the commission came up with an order to say certain vehicles need to be retained by the government. And we want to know about those vehicles that were retained by the government. Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
I think that is all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well.
Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you, Mr. Njai. Mr. Njai, based on your statement, and when you are apologizing to your first appearance, with regards to the files, the file you are with you there, you mentioned that the file is not closed. Have you ever come across this file before your summon?
Yes.
We once came across this file. Mr. Njai, is this file only meant for the General Commission, or it has other correspondence different from the General Commission?
Yes, it's meant for the Joint Commission.
It's meant for the General Commission?
Yeah.
If you can guide me, because I'm a bit confused. When it comes to the issue of confidentiality, that it is confidential. What is confidential in that file?
Thank you. I think in its entirety, I don't think whether the Joint Commission obviously is in the public domain. Government don't want to keep, they want at least the public to know that is whatever is happening, that is Joint Commission, this commission also. So I don't think it's strictly apart from when the council asks in terms of my cabinet minutes. But apart from that, nothing is confidential in this. It's in the public domain. So
there is no confidentiality in it?
Yeah. We have people, right? So
thank you very much. I mean, on your statement again on the addendum that you sent to us, paragraph number 2, you contacted the current Vice President, Mr. Manuel B.S. Jalo, who previously served as Secretary to and Head of the Civil Service, about his involvement in the ministerial task force. But is that he confirmed to you that he never put up any or had not attended any meeting with regards to this report or signed any report that it seems he was not aware of this task force? Is that correct?
no, he was aware actually, but he has never attended Secretary General then.
Based on this moratorium that was on page 96, he signed it. He signed the letter for this tax to be taken.
Yes.
You're right.
You have seen it, yes.
You have seen it. And then when it comes to the report, as this final report, do you recall where this meeting was held to draft for the drafting of this report?
Sorry. I cannot recall.
So is this report authentic?
I mean, that's what I have found in the file, so.
Mr. Njai, report is not signed. And then there is no attendant list. Because if you look at your addendum, all those the list that you contacted, the minister that you contacted, most of them were telling you they are not aware where they have ever signed any report. It's like they were not aware of the report. So currently looking at the report, there is no name attached to this report. There is nothing like an attendant list or where people sign to authenticate this report. So will you say that this report is not authentic?
I find it difficult to conclude here because, as I said, the first letter that I wrote, I did indicate that we don't have the information. It was not like, it was redirecting that because all the assignments were done at the Ministry of Justice. So it was just a way of showing the way where to go and then get all the information right. So it was when I came here, I got this information. Sorry, I think I'm losing my voice. It was when I came here, I got most of the information, and when I went, I cross-checked. I think with my first meeting here, I did explain that. I cross-referenced what we are given, and then we found and I brought it. So for me to sit here and then say it is authentic or not authentic, I think maybe it can be. I don't want to say refer it to the Ministry of Justice, but I think that's what I wanted to say in that letter, that if you can refer to the Ministry of Justice, because they are the people, that's the ministry, the relevant ministry that was chairing it.
So, but do you know their mandate, the mandate of the committee? Who? The committee, their mandate, the inter-ministerial committee, you know their mandate?
Ministry of Justice.
Do you know their mandate?
The Ministry of Justice.
The task force.
Yeah, obviously.
What was their mandate?
It was to look into the assets of the former president, so.
And to recommend to cabinet?
Cabinet, yeah.
Was that done?
Not to my knowledge, apart from what I saw when the chairman himself, that is the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, when he reported back to cabinet, and then that was what I submitted last week.
When the Attorney General reported back to cabinet,
yeah,
but there was no report attached.
No, the report came. That thing that I submitted, the cabinet minutes, was accompanied with this. It was the report of the Attorney General.
It was part of it.
Yeah. So, but I cannot tell whether it was signed or not signed, but is the report that we found in the file.
You cannot tell that it was signed.
No. What I know, it is not signed, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, what we found in the file is not the signed one. So that was what we found in the file.
What is confusing me here, Mr. Njai, is the report is not signed, and among the people that you contacted, their response to you is they are not aware whether they have ever signed anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is telling us that this is not authentic. They are not agreeing to it. Because you cannot put to them that this was your own report. When they are saying, when they are telling you that they have never signed, some are saying they are not even aware of this tax was happening.
Yeah, I went extra mile to check on those things, and then what I can confirm is what I have put on pen and paper. It's not signed. They did not sign it. That's what they told me.
They did not sign it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Njai.
Yeah.
Just wanted to. Yes, Mr. Njai, thank you so much. I actually I don't have a question for you, but I wanted to do a comment. The file on because currently you are the Secretary to Cabinet and also doubling as the Secretary General. Is that right?
No, Secretary to Cabinet.
Secretary to Cabinet.
And Head of the Civil Service.
Okay. Head of Civil Service. It has been changed.
It has
So
been changed.
so that file that you are having is a running file under your office, not so? Is that file under your office?
Yes, it's at the office of the President as PRC, as I said earlier. You know,
Who is the custodian? You?
is the Chief of Staff.
Chief of Staff?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I as I said, the office has, you know, like Secretary to Cabinet office, and then the office of the President, though under the purview of the Chief of Staff. So for me, is apart from the cabinet taking minutes,
I understand.
cabinet.
I understand. I know. But since you are now occupying that office, and then you are the one who will be coming here to respond to questions, I think you will do yourself a favor to go through that file and read some of the communications that were coming to the office of the President through on the issue of Jana Commission and the properties as well, so that you can offer yourself more with the communication, perhaps to respond to some of the questions if they are posed. Is that all right?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure with that. Because any of these communication, you know, as I said earlier, the office of the President.
No, I understand.
I'm coming later.
I'm only trying to say, because you know the trend of communications, the letters, the memos that have been sent to the office, you as the custodian of the records, perhaps you should be able to just to understand some of the communications when they come, whether when they are attached. I'm not saying if you don't have knowledge about the communication, if you are not there. If you are not there, you don't know, that is fine. You can say, honestly, you are not there, and then you will understand. But if you have knowledge about the communication, then it will be better for you to tell us, okay, this communication was meant for this, but whether you know how it ends or not, that is
You have no idea. That's a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Yes, thank you very much, Chair, and thank you, Mr. Njai. For me, I have very few questions for you. Mr. Njai, in your answers, you mentioned that some vehicles have not been sold up to now. If I hear you well.
Yes.
So my question is, are they still, is there a process, are they still being sold?
They are there. As I don't know whether you have seen what happened the last time when this thing started. The national TV, GRTS and QTV, they are all invited to show those things on news, and I think it was on TV. Everybody saw that the vehicles are still there.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have not been purchased.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the other issue is the ministerial committee. I want to know whether it is a permanent one or is just an ad hoc one.
It's just a particular issue. Ministerial committee normally is a particular issue.
They constitute it as an necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in your write-up, you mentioned in point 8 that you are not part of, you never attend the meeting of the committee, but you added unless otherwise designated. Have you ever been designated to attend? Any of the...
No, in this committee, I was not even in the country, so I was not part of it, neither to be designated as part of it.
Mm-hmm. So you've never attended a ministerial?
No, yeah.
Okay. And then my last question, I think, would be on point 10 of your write-up, where you mentioned that a document is unsigned, which makes it unauthenticated.
Which document is that one? Do we have the document? Can we have the? Can we know the document?
I think that's what the honorable was raising here.
That's one is.
He raised here.
Okay, we have it. Okay. Okay, then that's fine. I'm done. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Njai. Mr. Njai, ever since you assumed the role of Secretary to Cabinet and head of the Civil Service, have you come across any correspondence with regards to the Ghana Commission or the sales of assets of the former president?
Yeah, actually I saw it in this file. That is where I started seeing issues on Ghana Commission.
Okay, I mean something that will be current. You know, that file is historic.
No, it's still rolling.
It's still rolling.
Yeah, it's still rolling, and that is the only file we have for the Ghana Commission as I speak to you. Except if there is any decision, but as I speak to you, this is what we have. Except if I go and
have any correspondence require your participation, your input, or your action?
No, at this time, no.
No. You've never received any correspondence that will require your action?
No, absolutely.
Then perhaps you need to make us understand what is the role of the Secretary to Cabinet and what is the role of the Chief of Staff. Can you make this committee understand it too?
Yeah, I think just give me 1 second. Because as I explained earlier, we have, when there was Secretary General and head of the Civil Service, all of us were under the Secretary General and head of the Civil Service. But when the Secretary General's position was abolished, now you have the Secretary of Cabinet and head of the Civil Service. The Office of the President, all files are under the purview of the Chief of Staff. So I, as the Secretary of Cabinet, obviously I concentrate on the meeting, cabinet issues, PMO, Public Service Commission, and also the Ministry of Public Service. That is the entire civil service.
Does that mean to say all correspondence now that would go to the Office of the President are addressed to the Chief of Staff?
On particular issues, when it concerns the civil service, it's addressed to me. But in this nature, it can be addressed to the Chief of Staff.
The last correspondence that you had encounters with, who were they addressed to? The ones you said you came in contact with in the file, who were they addressed to?
If I check, I think they were addressed to the Secretary General and head of the Civil Service. That is when it was abolished.
I mean now, you said the file is a running file.
Yeah.
The last correspondence there was in which month?
This is 17 April 2025.
2025?
Yes.
Who was it addressed to?
Addressed to the Secretary of Cabinet and head of the Civil Service.
Still, all correspondence are addressed to you.
No, sorry, not all of them. This one is in response to our request. In particular, if you read the letter, there is a letter before that, folio 180, because that was something that I was following up.
So does it mean to say all issues that relate to the Ghana Commission or the disposal of the assets of the former president, as it stands today, are addressed to the Chief of Staff?
Yeah, you can address the Chief of Staff, yeah.